some more on thoughts about one specific planet, Pluto. And for those who are not open to this is going to be, I don't know, but anal sex, fucking, okay? And maybe not sex, but also like excretions, dirty stuff, shit, okay? All those things that is very much like Pluto. Genuine, really revealing the truth and all that stuff, whatever, you've heard it everywhere. But one thing that came to me was like, it's like, why we, like, for me, like, why sometimes it gets fear, like, I fear, there's a lot of, like, fear, because, Pluto rules Scorpio, and Scorpio rules the 8th house, which is traditionally in traditional astrology, and in horary astrology, it's actually done where the 8th house is considered the house of fears. So it got me to thinking, it's like, oh, so this is why people they feel kind of vulnerable, very vulnerable, powerless, right? And if you just, let's say if you play around with your sexuality, especially down there, especially in the anal regions, or just sexual organs in general, you feel vulnerable, right? Because it is a very sensitive area, but it's very also, like, it means more than just, oh, it's sensitive, it feels like this, and all this. There's a meaning behind it where, physiologically speaking, it's like, it's supposed to do more than that. It's supposed to give us this sort of sense of, we don't relinquish power unless we're ready to relinquish power. This is why when you do anal sex, for example, you don't just do it, okay? It takes a while. Even for people who, whether, it doesn't matter, but like any sort of sexual organ, it's a very vulnerable sort of area where it has a lot to do with power. This is why it's also sort of associated with rape, associated with anything not only taboo, but also like the dark sort of like, what is it that we want to either absorb, relinquish, or both? It's like this feeling of not only powerlessness, it's like once we know who to really trust, it's almost like we've given up everything. It's almost like on a very 3D level, it's like we've given up everything. Not in a bad way, but really it can still be, but there's some sort of doubt. But at the same time, once we fully trust that person, when we fully trust even ourselves, especially even if you're narcissistic, so you like to play down there, it's, wonder why I was coughing. Could be a throat, could be a message. It's really just about the use of power. Really, like, what is that? Right? So, I don't know. Process your own journey, process your own experiences, whether it's sex, whether it's abuse, whether it's trauma, all of it. I don't know. That's, for me, I felt that it's like, when I experiment, when I like really, when I've been aware of this, it's actually created more stability instead of resisting it, right? I've tapped into this sort of like what you call the dark side. So anyways, those are just the things, some thoughts. See you guys later. Bye.